Hello everyone. Now, what better to do on a cold, damp, stormy December's day than reminisce of one's summer glories strolling in the Italian hills. So welcome to my series of videos about this year's visit to Lake Garda. It's a fantastic area full of endemics, lots of lovely stuff, but I was looking for three plants specifically. Saxifraga vandellii, I'd seen before but not in flower, Saxifraga tombenensis and Daphne petrea. Now these last two I tried to find twice before and failed, so hopefully this was going to be third time lucky. Now before we begin, I'd like to read a little bit of literature to you. It's an excerpt from Ulysses by James Joyce. It was introduced to me earlier this year by a colleague. Fantastic bit of writing. I'm going to wear glasses. I don't normally wear glasses, but I find they make you look more intelligent and therefore people listen to you more when you're wearing glasses. I love flowers. I'd love to have the whole place swimming in roses. God of heaven, there's nothing like nature. The wild mountains, then the sea and the waves, rushing, then the beautiful country with fields of oats and wheat, and all kinds of things and all the fine cattle going about. That would do your heart good, to see rivers and lakes and flowers, all sorts of shapes and smells and colours, springing up even out of the ditches, primroses, violets. Nature it is. Now this is written from the perspective of a woman in love, so it gets quite raunchy. After that long kiss, I near lost my breath. Yes, he said, was a flower of the mountain. Yes, so we are flowers all. A woman's body, yes. That was one true thing he said in his life, and the sun shines for you today. Yes, that was why I liked him, because I saw he understood or felt what a woman is. Fanciful stuff. As a girl, where I was a flower of the mountain, yes, when I put the rose in my hair like the Andalusian girls used, or shall I wear a red? Yes, and how he kissed me under the Moorish wall, and I thought, well, as well him as another. And then I asked him with my eyes to ask again. Yes, and then he asked me, would I? Yes, to say yes, my mountain flower. Now it's rather fitting that it's about flowers, don't you think? Well, art is all subjective. My interpretation of this is, James Joyce is saying here, beauty is in a flower. It's in the sea, it's in waves, streams, cattle going about. It's in the ditch with flowers springing up. It's in a beautiful woman. And this chap appreciates beauty. The reason why the lady likes this chap is because he sees the beauty in her. So it's in a flower or beautiful woman or a beautiful glass of wine. This is all relevant. Please stick with it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the videos. Oh yeah, and Merry Christmas. Oh, and sorry about the first bit. I was tired. It was early. I was grumpy. You're just gonna have to get through it. Good luck. Let's go. Well, here I am at Stansted, the shortest airport in the world. Thank God that serene Garda is waiting for me and all those delicious flowers. Just got to get through it. Happy place. Just went to the bathroom. There's some lad chundering into the bin. I mean, he's not even been on his stag do yet. Beam me up, Scotty. When you watch people, you wonder how the world goes round sometimes. Or does it? With such happy place. Happy place. Look at those beautiful, majestic Alps. Finally, a few moments of serenity before the excitement of landing on the hunt for the plants began. Ah, yes. Here we go. Welcome to Italy. Right, just to give my car, there's no system here. I've not been told it's in any lot. I've just been told to go and look for it with my key. Oh, I found it and it's blocked in. There she is. Blocked in. Good. Good, good. Good. I'm on the road. The car's a right old knacker. There's no USB port. First thing I've got to do is find some water, some camping gas and some dinner. Very nice scenery though. Lovely. Buongiorno. One of my favourite Italian shops. Pizza. Better than any pizza you'd ever have in the UK anywhere. Ooh, donuts. Yes, please. Oh, and relax. Look at that wonderful lake. I believe this is Lake... Oh no, it's Ale, I think it is. Oh, it's very, very nice. I'd be very, very relaxed now if it wasn't for that lorry in front, driving really slowly and ruining the views. You can see it in the clouds and things there, but there are some snow-peaked mountains up there. Another lorry in front of me, corking my juices. It very much looks like it's pretty murky where I'm going. Oh, actually, that looks a bit better up there. Oh no, that's okay. Going the other way, that's alright, it's alright, panic over. Quite often the passes, although they're not very far away, they take ages because you've got these tiny little wiggly windy roads. Wiggly windy. They go on forever. It's a lovely, fantastic view across the valley there actually. Oh God. Noises. Nice bit of wiggly windy here. So yes, after much wiggling and winding, we finally found ourselves up there, and... You know you're in the hills when you hear that sound. We have arrived! It's a bit of an arduous journey, which it often is on the first day, you know, getting stocks, picking up the car, that sort of thing. Finally, we've got to the first location. So this is where we're heading on the walk. It's a little strange patch of very chalky white rock. It's home to a couple of very, very special plants. A very, very special campanula and a very, very special Saxifraga, which I'm hoping to find. I'm very excited as well because I've seen loads of stuff in flower in the turf. Some primula, gentian, aqualeads, all sorts of things, some orchids. So get my togs on and let's go. Oh, sweet peaceful joy. Finally, I hear you say. Some flowers. Lovely little viola that I didn't identify, I was in a hurry. Primula alatior on the right there, the oxlip, slightly past its best, but still lovely. Look at these gentian that were growing up here. Gentiana acaulis, isn't that wonderful? Some Gentiana verna, still lovely. Well, of course they're lovely, I mean, but look at that blue. And look at the different colour forms of this gentian up here. Quite incredible. The sort of metallic violets and deep rich blues. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Little white butterwort. Pinguicula alpina. Ranunculus thora. One of the more interesting ranunculus, I always think. Quite an upright plant. With greyish green leathery leaves. And that lovely buttercup flower. On the right, Dryas octopetala, a very popular plant in the European mountains. Positilla alpina subspecies apifolia. This is a very pale form, but look at that one on the right there. Those lovely sort of yolk-coloured, well, a free-range egg yolk-coloured bossavanthas there. Quite rich and golden. And on the left, again, a different angle, lovely hairy stems. Here they are again, and actually on the right, just straight Positilla alpina, not the subspecies. I also like to have a look at the larch and see where we are at the season. Here you can see the needles are out, but they're still quite fresh, so they haven't been out for too long, so quite early. And then this little chap, Globularia nudicalis. Look! Snow! I get very excited when I see snow. And this is the reason why, because you're generally rewarded, as long as they grow in the area, with a lovely little alpine snowbell. Soldanella alpina. Kissable. You're pleased to know I'm happy now I'm out of the cities. I'm going to show you this view. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I've just walked up. It doesn't take long before you get your legs stretched and you're chilled out. Yes, quite. Another lovely Pulsatilla alpina subspecies apifolia on the left there with the sun capturing its grace and beauty. And a little Polygala Chamaebuxus there on the right in its yellow and cream flowered form. So here we are, one of my top secret locations in the middle of the Adamello Park. This really weird lump of white rock that sticks out. It's a fascinating place. The Saxifraga just love it here. And you'll see in a second, the path turns into sand. Let's go and check it out. It's like being on the beach. You don't get that very often in the hills. We're just a rose like that to that sort of sand. Lovely. Yes, quite lovely. Now another gentian here, very similar to the one we saw earlier, Acaulis, but this is Gentiana clusii.
You can see there's not quite as much green spotting in the throat. Quite a different plant. Now we're starting to see Saxifraga. This is a wonderful little Saxifraga, the blue saxifrage, Saxifraga caesea. Not called blue because of the flowers are blue. They're actually a creamy white colour and suddenly not quite out. This was growing absolutely everywhere here, and as you can see in that picture on the left there, little leaves of pinguicula amongst the rosettes. It's quite a rich area of flora. Wonderful. Tunnel, World War I tunnel. If I just poke my head in, it's actually pretty eerie. What I don't like is it goes a really long way back there. Ugh. It's really eerie. Look how you get over the pass here. Now the suspense was electrifying. We've seen some lovely little plants, but they were all just lolloping around in the turf and by the footpath, very easy to find. One of the reasons for my visit was near, and it didn't sit on such a boring seat. It sits on precipitous ledges high in the Italian hills, so it was time for me to get my climbing head on and venture forth and hope that I could finally witness Saxifraga vandellii in all its glory. This is another plant I've wanted to see in flower for years. Last time I was here, it was in late August, and I was over the valley in Pinzolo, and I was asking them where I could find this plant, and no one had any idea. No one could tell me where it grew. Barely anyone had ever heard of it. And I took a chance to do this one walk, and I came across this bit of rock, and I found it. And I've come back here today, and it's flowering away like crazy. So this here is Saxifraga vandellii. Let's have a closer look at it. Well, sadly not much of a description in the book for such a wonderful thing. I'll do my best. Bright green, needle-like leaves, big white flowers. Delightful. Look at this one. This is a fine form. Look at the flowers of last year on it as well. Oh, magnificent. Yes, just so you can see how precipitous these ledges are, here's where this little Saxifraga clings onto, and where I'm clinging onto now, for who knows how long. Now, what goes up must come down, and I didn't really need to climb this bit of rock, but I did it for Instagram to make it look a bit, dangerous and edgy and cool. Coming down, this moment here is where I nearly stacked it. And I know it doesn't look very steep, but it was pretty darn scary. I should really just grow up, shouldn't I? So with a day's quest completed, air in my lungs, and a heart full of joy, it was time to head back down. And I went past these turfs full of gentian, look at that in that wonderful afternoon sun, and look at these globe flowers. So many lovely different angles. Trollius europaeus. Please, answers on a postcard, which angle do you like the best? Aren't they lovely? And here we go, wiggly windy down the other side of the pass to find our accommodation near Lake Garda. I feel as though I should have some Bond chase music on here. I feel I should have a helicopter chasing me or something. Lovely. Laura, look at you. Ti amo, Laura. Lucky Laura. Just look at that wonderful, warm, Italian afternoon mountain sunshine. Quite peaceful. Of course it wasn't to last. Now, when your sat-nav sends you on these roads that are not roads? It's not even a donkey track. Look at it! You can hardly get a bike up here. Thank God I'm only in a Panda. What the f*** is going on? This can't be right! Now I finally found my accommodation. I followed the address, but it looked a bit dodgy as I was walking down this sort of track in the middle of a field. Oh, look at this lovely companion. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I don't know what that is. Huge. I was a little apprehensive at first. I've actually really looked out and it's beautiful. It's this old farmhouse in the middle of nowhere in the hills. It's really, really quiet. The guy who lives here is a young guy. He's making hay. He's got his little vines, his little raspberries, and he says a lot of the trees and stuff they've grown here, they've grafted, they've made them all themselves. So it's really beautiful here. Proper old Italian windows. Little old Italian chair. So what we need now, a nice glass of wine. It's a local wine. Let's have a try. Chin chin. I'm not going to ruin this relaxing eating scene with any chat. Oh. Well, I have to say, I feel very, very content today. I didn't realise how happy I'd be to see that Saxifraga, and it's really, really made me feel quite joyous. And the fact that I'm here at the perfect time of year is brilliant. I'm so excited for the week ahead of what I'm going to see, and I'm very hopeful I'm going to see the things that I want to see. So, salute, chin chin, and na zdrowie. I don't know if they're showing up very well. There's masses of fireflies around, and it's just when I thought today couldn't get any better. This is, it's just magical. Look at that little chap, absolutely magical. Sometimes, you know, you just think it's great to be around. And you know what? I'm going to sit down and put my phone down and stop recording everything. I'm going to sit and drink my limoncello, and I'm going to enjoy. The perfect end to a pretty perfect day. Thanks for joining me, everyone, on my first day of this little trip. Please come back for part 2. The link will be in the description. So yeah, ciao for now and see you tomorrow.